Hello, my brothers and sisters on the Dragon's Path. My name is Tim Heijen and I believe in dragons. And let me take you along in my forest. And I want to talk to you actually a very personal thing that for you exactly, also for me and every one of us on the Dragon's Path is a very personal story, and that is actually the relationship that we have with our dragons. We all have, we might all have a different relationship with a dragon and a dragon god, and also a different reason why we are sent back as a human being to live among humans. Um, this relationship that we have with the dragon is unbreakable. It can be a relationship like for family, but also a lover. And this relationship, I always wondered what this is for myself. And actually, this is a bit complicated because a dragon is not a human being. So the relationship is very intense. I can say that, very intense. That sometimes the dragon is saying stuff that you never heard before, that is against the morality of humans, that it sometimes goes, and that you have to adapt yourself to what the dragon is actually, what the dragon is, who the dragon is, and actually you can find yourself in it because you have an awakened dragon soul and you understand very much of what they want to say. But you can argue as well. You can argue very, very much. They are not like a god that you have to worship. They never ask you to worship them. Not even the dragon gods. They only ask to have respect for nature. To, if you show respect for nature, of course, you get respect back. And that is, of course, what I'm trying to do. And our relationship with the dragon is for every one of us different. So you cannot actually school or teach someone else in the relationship that you have with the dragon and yourself. It's totally different than yours. You cannot compare it. You can never compare it. But what is comparable is, of course, the energy of the dragon and the dragon's path that they are walking on. That is something that is very much comparable, but not the emotions that you have for the dragon. The emotions that you have is totally different. So I cannot school anyone into this, in what your relationship is and how you have to react for your dragon. You know what actually is a very good feeling that I had ever since on the dragon's path, is that the dragon is so darn close to you that they want to be with you everywhere, including in your bedroom, that you can feel it when you are actually in your bedroom, that you can feel physical touches, that the dragon is touching you everywhere, or that they are sitting next to you, or sometimes in the corner of your bed, just watching you all the night. And that idea, that feeling that I had that the dragon was always there, made me sleep fantastic. I mean, when I never was actually a good sleeper, but whenever I felt this energy watching over me, then I slept very well. The dragon was just in the corner of my bed, and there he was, just watching me, just sleeping while I'm sleeping. It felt good. Um, but like I said, they are not like that because like a dog is sleeping there. No, the dragon is there because they are always with you. But your relationship is so strong that it can even defeat death. Huh. And that is a very personal story in the Dragon's Path. And I know there are a lot of brothers and sisters who have this strong connection with the dragon, who are trying to talk to other brothers and sisters. Your relationship is like this and like that. No, you cannot say this. You can never say this. Because this will make you confused. The dragon wants something else of you. Maybe your relationship is totally different based on friendship, for example, maybe. That you just met each other once you are on the same realms. Now you're separated and you found each other again. It can be very confusing. And when someone else is coming to you, saying something totally different, because their relationship is like that, then you will push the dragon and this person further away from each other. And I don't think that is the intention that we want. That is why I never go into detail. Whatever your path is, whenever your relationship is with the dragon. Your relationship with the dragon and even the gods are totally different than I have. So my relationship is very, very intense, and also I can go, or sometimes also against the dragon, and we can argue with each other, and that is very fierce sometimes. But in the end, I love the dragon so darn much that the dragon, I would die for the dragon. I would do everything. I would go through fire for the dragon. I would give my own spirit to let the dragon revive, but the dragon said, "Don't give me that. You have to live." Anyways, if the dragon would return here, he was hunted and killed immediately, because humans are a dangerous, dangerous species. Very much monsters that live here that immediately would love to kill the dragon. Then who is the monster? And who is the hero? So yes, so with every one of us, it's totally different, and that is why the dragon's path is the most difficult one to explain to everyone, especially to those who are not on the dragon's path. To those who are not on the dragon's path is two things: or non-existent, we are crazy, or or we are summoning the devil itself. So you cannot win with people outside of the path. The people inside of the path needs to be guided by their own dragon. In order to do so, they have to trust the dragon, they have to trust the path, and they have to accept the dragon itself. And of course, search down your feelings to know where your relationship is, what your relationship is. And yet, the dragon's path is actually a very easy one to explain, because listen to the dragon and listen to your own feelings. Actually, that is not much actually that you have to do, but it requires so much trust in yourself and in what you feel, and so much trust in the dragon as well, and in the path that you are taking. Because, like I said, it's not easy, because of you cannot read some kind of a Bible, or that you have to read some passages. I mean, no, this is up to you. This is your book and your book alone that is being written. That is still an empty book. That is, ever since you were born, the first letters began to write, and that is the book of Dragon Shadows that you are making together alongside with your dragon and your dragon gods. The relationship is so darn personal. It's so intense and sometimes so lovable that you just, sometimes I wish, and I'm very, very sad of that I just want to hold the dragon and burst into tears, that we will never ever be here in a physical way in this cycle, that we have to constantly manipulate nature and do dragon magic to constantly search for each other, that we just cannot be here together, that we have to be separated. And sometimes it's too much for me. They say dragon witches are very strong, and sometimes it's a bit much. That is how strong your relationship can be, my brothers and sisters, that you are bursting into tears because of the idea that you will never physically touch each other. And yet I just was devastated for just this idea. That is how strong it is. And that is why no one on this earth, not even brothers or sisters, know or can explain the relationship that I have with the dragon. It's so personal. And I cannot do this with yours. Your relationship with the dragon is so darn intense that they have moved heaven and earth for you. So there is a reason why they did that. And the more that you feel connected with the dragon, the more you know why they did that. Because you would do the same for them in their place. Yeah. The dragon's path is actually like this descent here. I mean, it's very difficult. You have to hold on, and then not because it's very confusing, but also this dragon magic that you sometimes use to feel the dragon, to connect with the dragon. It's manipulation of nature. You have to understand so much, have to see heaven and hell, especially hell, darkness. And in order to keep finding each other, why always this task? Because this is how nature works. This is the dragon's path and nothing. This is the dragon's path is for every one of us totally different and very, very personal. My brothers and sisters, be blessed.